What's going on? How y'all doing out there? So first and foremost, no, I do not celebrate the 4th, but I do honor the military. A lot of my relatives, including my grandfather and other relatives, Spanish War, World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and other branches of the service, family, friends, and I acknowledge them. However, I don't celebrate no 4th. It's racist. The flag's racist. The agenda is, what does it mean? You're not free. If you're free, you can't take a third verse out of a song by Francis Scott Key, who was a slave owner, and you can't have that as somewhere they call unity. Well, I like to think about the late, great Thurgood Marshall, the first African-American Supreme Court justice, and the only one that counts, because I do not include that coon, Uncle Tom sellout Clarence Thomas, because he's just a self-hater, beyond words. But Thurgood Marshall was asked in 1976, 200 years of the freedom, so-called, he says, aren't you up for this? And he says, why would I be? I'd been a butler. If we go back to 1776. See, when you think about the 4th of July, it's not for black folks. Juneteenth is. 4th of July is just something that they threw together to create this illusion. But how do you celebrate when you still see a foot on black folks' necks? How do you celebrate when they're trying to take your voting rights away? Arizona, hello, I'm watching you. Texas, Georgia, I'm watching you. They allow the fraudulent Supreme Court and these other people to legislate laws that to disenfranchise and to mess with black folks. They don't want to talk about reparations, apologies, and they don't want any accountability for the racism in the police department. So, how can you celebrate anything when you're not included on it? And when they don't acknowledge your presence. So when I see the Olympics, when I said black folks should boycott the Olympics, I meant that. That gold medal is a chain around your neck. It's like a noose, a reminder. That gold doesn't solidify your freedom. It only makes America look good because it's an auction. So the 4th of July don't mean nothing unless you see some reparations. And I ain't changing my tune. That's where I'm at with it. And I don't care who like it or don't, because until I see some real progress, it's just a lot of lip service. It's just like the Juneteenth Day. It's cute and it's signed in law, but it don't mean nothing without reparations. You ain't free. You just have something. But I honor the military side and the family. They fought. They got lied to. They came back home and still had to deal with Jim Crow and his grandchildren. So tell me, what is freedom on a supposedly free day when people who look like me are still not free? Not in the sense that you still have to have everything questioned, be it your voting rights, your civil liberties, And I'm just keeping it a buck with this. But anyway, I don't celebrate the 4th of July, and I never will. And if they wanted to denounce my citizenship in this country, I wouldn't care, because technically, what are we? We are a passport to go where we want, since every other country has benefited off of slavery and America's blood. So technically, we should have a passport to any place we want, free of charge. They just documented us here, but they don't claim us. They claim us for tax purposes and to pimp and product off of, but we haven't gotten treated as citizens. Please hit the like, subscribe. I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and being free in your skin and being free from the Lord blessing you is one thing. However, a country that lives in denial is a country that stays in denial, that will always think denial is the truth. Because the bigger pandemic isn't just what we're still experiencing with health, it's also with wealth and the mental sanitary, the mental sanctuary, which they act like they're oblivious to acknowledging. The powers that be. I'm out.